Jedi, the Council is pleased to see you've arrived on Alderaan. Until recently, Alderaan was a part of the Republic. Today, it's on the brink of collapse. Shortly after seceding, both the Queen and the heir to the Alderaanian throne were assassinated. A usurper, Boris Ulgo, stepped into power, setting off a civil war.
Sounds like a rough place to be. Who am I looking for?
Master Sidoni Garen, one of the Jedi Order's finest strategists and diplomats, dropped out of contact briefly while on Alderaan. She's made contact since, but was evasive about her silence. Master Sidoni is brokering a peace on Alderaan. If she is suffering from the plague, it could jeopardize the entire peace process.
I won't let that happen.
Master Sidoni was working with the head of House Organa's diplomatic corps, Hala Morgana. Find Master Sidoni and make sure she is well, that the peace process is not in jeopardy.
Welcome, Jedi. I'm Hala Morgana, head of House Organa's diplomatic corps. And this is my younger, more handsome brother, Lou.
Please, Hala. You do yourself an injustice. Your age gives you a stately difference.
If I wasn't wearing my extra years around my waist, I might agree. Now, Jedi, how can I help you?
I'm looking for Master Sidoni Garen. I believe she may be ill.
She seemed fine last I spoke with her. Or you just missed her. She's at the Peace Summit. A peace summit on Alderaan. Imagine that. But I'll call her. The location of the summit is a secret for obvious reasons. But I'm sure she'd welcome your assistance.
Hala Morgana, I'm sorry, but I'm very busy right now. The summit is just getting underway.
The Jedi Council sent me to help with the peace process.
You're Master Yuan's student, aren't you? It's wonderful the Council sent you to assist me, but this is a very delicate process with no place for a Padawan.
I passed my trials, and I think the Council knows what it's doing.
Only official representatives of the houses may attend the summit. What would the other houses think if another Jedi from House Organa showed up? And I don't have time to debate. If you'll excuse me.
Master Sidoni, I'm sorry, Jedi. That's really not like her.
All the more reason why I need to get into that summit.
Yes, well, Master Sidoni said that only representatives can go. Unfortunately, Organa's representative is already there.
Hal, House SWTOR. You know, with the beautiful daughter. Couldn't our Jedi friend represent them?
Huh! My brother is a genius. House SWTOR is desperate for a representative, but the usurper Ulgo destroyed their hopes. If you could help them defend themselves against their enemies and return them to glory, I'm sure they'd make you their delegate.
Hopefully House SWTOR can find use for me.
I'm sure they will. They are in dire straits.
You'll find Lord Tyrrell in his house's last holdings, an enclave near Ulgo lands and Killik nests. I will let them know you're coming.
And beware the Killiks. Those insect men have terrible tempers.
Chino hagwa buntacho, chubalong haku, yasaun kubas, taja bakta tunbunko.
I'm pleased I could help.
Wantahumpa, muri rava fupa jibampa wula. Making salikikava dumpa stupa.
I would be honored to assist you.
Making salikikava dumpa stupa. Wana wada blota wijaya. O wamawanka matuske. Buka kambak nijit. Tonka yiliska chanaga.
Are you Lord Tyrrell? I'm here to become your delegate to the Peace Summit.
Jedi, yes. Organa told me you'd be coming, but, well, this is... well, it's complicated. The whole house needs to approve a new delegate, and, well, they say they won't approve a stranger.
But Father, did you tell them she's a Jedi?
Yes, of course, but House Tyrrell has fallen so hard, we don't even have the strength to hope. It will take more than my word to convince them.
It is my privilege as a Jedi to serve House Tyrrell in whatever way I can.
Really? Well, all right then. After our original delegate was murdered and Ulgo drove us back into this hole, I'd almost given up hope myself.
Just tell the Jedi our plan, Father.
Right. House Tyrrell's current position is precarious. Our enemy, House Ulgo, seeks our destruction. Their army is at our gate. House Tyrrell needs a strong ally if we are to survive. We need House Organa.
An alliance with Organa seems doable.
We had hoped so. We proposed a marriage alliance to House Organa. My daughter Fasha would marry Lou Organa.
But House Taral is weak, and powers within Organa. Fear we'd drag them down with us.
We need to prove to Organa that House Taral can defend itself against its enemies.
We need a plan. Tell me, what are your resources?
I'm afraid you're our only source, Jedi. As I've said, House Ulgo's forces are at our gates, threatening to drive us out of our last holding. But Ulgo's commanding general, Astor Vox, is a mercenary with a loose definition of loyalty. If we can reach him, turn him, we can break the siege.
I will begin negotiations with Astor Vox immediately.
We have no time to waste. I will contact House Organa the moment I hear that the siege is broken.
I've come representing House Terrell. They want you to give up this siege and join them.
Well, isn't this a surprise? The Jedi have decided to involve themselves in Alderaanian politics. You must be pretty sure of yourself to walk into a room of highly trained commandos. But you should know that I don't do business with just anyone.
My word is good, as is House Terrell's.
I'm sure it is, but that's not my concern. The battlefield is the only true test of a person's worth. War, bloodshed, these are the fires and forges of greatness. I only negotiate with my equals. Besides, my men are itching for sport. Best a pack of my warhounds, we can talk.
You'd best keep your promise.
Excellent. I've not had the pleasure of seeing a Jedi in action. Release the dogs. What do you think, boys? That was a little too easy, wasn't it?
Aye. Let's see a real challenge.
Yes, that was fun, but far too easy.
I trusted in the Force to see me through.
I'm sure you did. Not that I expected anything less from a Jedi. Those dogs were old, weren't they, boys? You need to do better than defeat a pack of geriatric mutts. No, you need a real challenge. What'll it be, boys?
Droids! Droids! Droids!
Droids it is, then. These are the best Ulgo has. Beat them, and we'll talk.
If that is what I must do to earn your respect, so be it.
Droids, activate attack protocols. Target Jedi. Excellent, excellent. I like your form, Jedi. But I'm not entirely convinced yet. Sure, you can beat a couple of dumb machines, but what about Ulgo's finest warriors? Smart, fast, highly trained, and hardened by battle. On my honor, this is the last time. Beat my champions, and we'll talk.
I trust you will keep your word this time.
On my honor. Now, boys, show this Jedi what you're made of. Most impressive, Jedi. I didn't think House Taral had the resources left to recruit such a powerful ally. No hard feelings. If you knew how many fools come by offering me jobs.
House Terrell wants your loyalty, and they want your army to stand down.
I'll give you credit for being direct. You can tell House Taral that my answer is yes. It's been fun working for House Ulgo, but there's no glory in working for the biggest army on the planet. I'll call off my troops and meet with Lord Taral immediately. Don't worry, I know the way.
Jedi, thank goodness I've reached you. There's good news and bad news. The good news is everyone's heard how you impressed Astor Vox and broke the siege, including Organa. They've agreed to the marriage alliance. Now the bad news. Lou Organa has been kidnapped.
Then we have to get him back.
Exactly. The kidnappers were from Ulgo's ally, House Rist, Alderaan's most deadly assassins. An Organa-Taral alliance would be disastrous to Ulgo. They must have ordered Rist to kidnap Lou Organa to stop the alliance.
I'll rescue Liu Organa. I promise.
Be careful, but hurry. We need to beat the Organa attack, or everything falls apart.
Jedi! Thank goodness. I thought they were going to kill me. House SWTOR sent you, didn't they? They called about an alliance. I was riding to meet them and... well, thank goodness you're here.
I'm glad I was able to make it in time.
Thank you. I'm still a little sore, but I'll live thanks to you. I was going to meet with House SWTOR to discuss the marriage alliance, when these assassins swooped in and knocked me off my Thranta. I woke up here. But were they trying to prevent the alliance? Who would want to do that?
Without the marriage alliance, I can't get to the summit. Maybe someone doesn't want me to go.
Who would care if you went to the summit? Though now that you mention it, as I lost consciousness, they were talking about Master Sidoni. But how could she be involved? It has to be a frame job. It must be.
I believe Master Sidoni is very ill. But if I can get to the summit, I hope to help her.
I just want to trust Master Sidoni. I'm sorry. My head. I still get these pains from the fall. I can't leave here until I know if Master Sidoni was involved. The kidnappers used to go into the other room to contact their employer. I'm sure we'll find a comm device there. We just need to see who they've been calling.
I told you, I can't. Oh, Jedi, I appreciate your desire to help, and I will be sure to praise your zeal to Master Yuan. But I am extremely busy right now. I can't afford interruptions.
Why is your hollow frequency in House Rist's computer?
I would assume it's because Rist was invited to the summit. Now, if you'll excuse me, Jedi, I have very important work to do.
Wait, Master Sidoni! I don't understand. What was her frequency doing here?
I assure you, Master Sidoni's not herself.
Should she be leading the summit, then? She could do something terrible. Please, I need to get out of this place. My head is killing me, and I keep looking over my shoulder expecting more assassins. I'll see that the Organa Toral alliance is finalized, and that you get to the summit.
I don't understand. Why would you want to risk it?
Lord Toral, without risk, there can be no glory. The only way to avoid risk is to avoid war. But that's not very effective or fun, is it?
No, I suppose it isn't. Ah, Jedi, welcome back. General Vox and I were just discussing strategy. We haven't stood this proud since our house was young and building its first alliance with House Pantir. Thank you, Jedi.
It was your plan. I merely executed.
But we couldn't have done any of it without you. Liu Organa and my daughter Fasha are getting acquainted as we speak. I spoke with the rest of House Toral, and the decision was unanimous. You are our new delegate. Congratulations.
So how do I get to the summit?
Well, that's something I'm not entirely clear on. I have the packet the last delegate was supposed to use, but I don't understand its contents. Some coordinates and a data spike. It appears that you need to go to those coordinates and do something with the data spike?
Excuse me then. I must get to the summit right away.
Just one moment, Jedi, if I may. We would like to ask one last thing. There will never be peace for House Toral as long as House Ulgo exists. If you're able to use your influence as a Jedi to convince the summit to strip House Ulgo, ensure they never hold a title again, we'd show our gratitude.
I don't want to do anything that will destabilize the peace.
Please, Jedi. House Toral has security now, but we still require justice. Good luck at the summit. I hope you find Master Sidoni well, and that all goes smoothly.
Manchitoti puna puna, kabuk nunis nemo.
I have Master Sidoni's permission.
Kabanotase makipuna, malituta udmishka.
So here it is, laid bare before you. The irrefutable evidence.
House Ald has been conspiring against House Organa for years, preying on their good trust. House Thule is the reason the Pantir heir was assassinated, and House Ulgo is merely a puppet of House Rist.
Lies! All lies!
There are holographic recordings, documents. You can't argue with hard evidence.
We trusted you! How dare you! You will meet our armies on the field of battle!
Please, everyone. There must be another way besides war.
Calm down. My brother's murder went unsolved for 20 years, and you expect me to sit across from his murderer and stay calm?
Just keep quiet, Jedi. I do this for the good of the galaxy.
Master Sidoni, you have a sickness that's altering your mind.
I have suppressed my illness, overcome it through reason. I am thinking, as I always have, in strategy, in variables and outcomes. I have calculated the future, and for the galaxy to have peace, there must be war on Alderaan. I will not be shaken from this course.
Let's not let this fall to violence.
No, this is it. The perfect, pure strategy.
You're a fouler liar than House Rist. House Rist takes exception to that characterization. Murderer. That was 30 years ago.
We had an alliance! House Organa has heard enough. It's clear to us that there can be no other course but war.
Master Sidoni set you up for this. She would see you all destroyed.
This child is barely more than a Padawan. Disregard her.
Master Sidoni is the only one telling any truth at this summit. Don't insult her integrity.
You would defend her, Organa. You've always been a little too friendly with the Republic.
At least they didn't murder the heir to the throne.
We didn't murder anyone. Rist did.
Yes, Rist put that usurper on the throne, but you ordered the hit.
Usurper? Our reign is as legitimate as any other.
How can you judge each other when you've all committed the same crimes?
Easy for you to say, Jedi. You don't have any stake in any of this.
These accusations go back 30 years. 30 years of betrayal and treachery.
30 more if you go to war. Don't you want to leave your children something better?
The Jedi has a point. Why do we have to keep doing this? All it brings is more bloodshed.
No, there must be war on Alderaan. The darkness is coming, and I must stop it.
Master Sidoni?
Listen to her. She wants war.
Fight the illness, Master Sidoni. Come back to the light.
Jedi, if you will not agree to be silent, then I will silence you myself. The darkness is coming, Jedi. War must rage on Alderaan for 50 years, and only then can we put an end to the darkness. But you haven't won yet. Once you're out of the way, I'll make them see. Not again! I'm so sorry, Parkanis. I failed you. I tried to keep the darkness from coming, but I failed.
Be calm. I'm here to help you.
It's too late to help me. I failed. I failed, Parkanis. It's my fault Parkanis died. Malachor III. I miscalculated. He had to be left behind. He died because of me. Vivicar! My head! Please, I can't block out his voice any longer. You must kill me to silence him.
I won't kill you. But you don't need to hear his voice again either.
Jedi. What? How did you... I don't understand. My mind is clear again. And you're... weak. Will you be all right? What did you do?
Think nothing of it. I was only trying to help a Jedi Master.
You went above and beyond your duty, Jedi. For a while, I thought I was able to block Lord Vivicar's voice from my mind. If you hadn't been there with your calm sense, I don't know what would have happened.
Master Sia will be wondering how you are.
I will contact the Jedi Council. I'm sure they'll want a full explanation.
I think I can safely speak for all present when I say that the Summit applauds your efforts.
Indeed. But I have to say, Jedi, I'm at a loss as to how to proceed from here.
Let there be a truce, and let the summit reconvene at a later date to work on a formal peace agreement.
The summit will reconvene at a later date to discuss the details of a peace agreement. Thank you again, Jedi.
Jedi, I hear the summit has agreed to continue peace talks.
Thankfully, the delegates saw reason.
Thankfully indeed. We all owe a debt of thanks to you and Master Sidoni. My only regret is there's no talk of removing House Ulgo's noble status and lands once the war's over.
I didn't want to risk undoing the peace by inciting another conflict.
That was probably the wisest course. I just can't feel safe as long as Ulgo commands an army. But what am I saying? House Terral is far safer now with peace in view and Organa as an ally than we ever were. And I have you to thank.
You're most welcome.
You've done House Terral an invaluable service. I hope you will come visit us again.
Master Sidoni just checked in. She seems well, but very frustrated with herself. She reports that you were able to prevent war from breaking out on Alderaan, however. You've once again done very good work in a tense situation, Jedi.
I relied on the teachings of the Jedi.
A mark of a true Jedi, being able to trust in the Force in all circumstances. Tell me, did you learn anything new about the Plague Master, Lord Vivicar?
I wish I could say I had.
I see. Master Sidoni was the last of the Lost Masters, and yet Vivicar still eludes us. Return to us here on Tython immediately, and we will discuss what you have learned. Lord Vivicar cannot remain hidden forever.